Okay, hello there. Yeah, this video is about protracted withdrawal. As my channel is all about protracted withdrawal. Don't mind the wall behind me. I'm wallpapering, and I've tried to stick something up to cover it. I experience brain zaps like everybody else does, coming off of antidepressants, and they're not fun. They're not the worst thing. They're not the worst thing about protracted withdrawal, but or withdrawal, I should say, from antidepressants. And if you haven't experienced them and you're wondering what I'm talking about, when you withdraw from, when you are during withdrawal from antidepressants, I think everybody experiences this thing called brain zaps. That's the name they give it. And it's kind of like when you turn like this, it's like an echo of a zap, like an echoing zap within your head. It's like, and you literally do this for a second, and it can be uncomfortable. And you close your eyes to try and calm it down, and you can get through it. And it lasts. The highest amount of it lasts about 2 to 3 weeks during the withdrawal. It lasts about that long. It comes to a peak after about week 1, and you're experiencing that and crackling inside your head whenever you turn. I think it's either to do with the eyes, because I've experimented with it. And if you move your eyes like that, sometimes it triggers it, sometimes it doesn't. It's more likely to be triggered when you turn automatically. So like this, like that triggers it. Now, the reason I'm creating the video is online on the medical websites and in general, people are saying that brain zaps last about 2 weeks. And they do last about 2 weeks. But I've been experiencing them again. And it's months now. It's months afterwards. And I don't experience them through the day. It's the weirdest thing. I'll wake up with them and I have nightmares. So last night I had a nightmare that I was sick. And I was on the bed I was laying in, and somebody was trying to clean up the sick with me. I don't know who it was. It was just a dream. But as you know, with antidepressants, the dreams are vivid and they feel real, and you can see the details, and it's almost lucid. And when I have them dreams, when I wake up, the brain zaps are there. They're supposed to have passed. They're supposed to have gone. But they obviously haven't. And they keep coming in various amounts of intensity. Last night I woke up and I remember experimenting with them with my eyes closed. I woke up and I was like, wow, they're here again. And I was moving my eyes left and right. I was moving my head, and and I thought, why are these still here? The drug is out of my system. So the withdrawal I feel now, the protracted withdrawal that I've made other videos about, the anxiety and everything, is all to do with the effects the drug had on my brain and my brain recalibrating, which can take years, as you know, anybody with protracted withdrawal. But the brain zaps are to do with, I'm almost 100% sure the brain zaps are to do with the chemical within your system, because you feel it leaving your body at the same time that doctors describe the amount of time it takes for a drug to leave your system. You do feel the brain zaps calming down. They've come back. And only at night, when I have a dream. So if anybody else has had any experience like I'm having, I've not read about it online or anything. I've not seen anybody else describing that, but they are there. And they pass, and then you go back to sleep. And likelihood is I never have more than 2 experiences like that a night. But I generally have at least one. I had one last night, yeah, like I say, with the weird dream. The dreams are crazy. The dream I had like about 2 weeks ago was I woke up in the bed. So I could have been awake, I'm not sure. It felt dreamlike. And I looked to my left, and there was a decapitated head And I remember the skin. I remember the shine on the skin, and I remember the smile it was doing. And then all of a sudden, the head was on the carpet, on the floor, I mean, looking at me and grinning like this. And then, of course, I got up, walked over to it, and picked it up, as you do, and it bit me. It bit me on the arm. And that's when I woke up, and it was horrific. But this is what I'm saying, the dreams you have, this is another reason why you should stay away from antidepressants. The dreams you have when you're coming off them, when they've run their course, they've stopped working, and you want to get off them, you can have these types of dreams. I've probably got these for life. This is months after I've stopped the venlafaxine. But I can live with them. I can live with anything. I'm a survivor. I went through the worst withdrawal, which was from 2021 through till 2023. That was the peak of it, and it lasted 6 years in all. But if you can go through what I went through, you can go through anything. So I can go through this. So I've been trying a new amino acid. Where is it? Give me 2 seconds. Find it. Yeah, here it is. This amino acid, I've heard a lot of things about this. It's called L-taurine. I'm on day 2. I said I was going to make a video about these. I'm on day 2 of taking 2 a day with food. Somebody said they're a cure to protracted withdrawal. Who am I to say they're not? So I'm going to try. I'm going to try them. Apparently, they work the best when you're in the middle of the protracted withdrawal. I'm not in the middle of it. I'm on the better side. I'm just suffering from the depression and the anxiety still, and the dreams and the zapping. But I'm on day 2 of these. I've not felt anything. And it may be that they just don't work with me. But because they're amino acids, they're safe. I've done my research. Amino acids are safe. They're much like, they have the effect that vitamins do. They help the body to do what it wants. They help the body doing what you want it to do the best. Do you see what I mean? They improve healing, I suppose you can put it that way. They don't change you. They don't affect your brain chemistry. These and the other one, what's the name? Give me 2 seconds. It's L-leothine, another amino acid, and I did feel an effect from them. But this was going back about a year ago when the protracted withdrawal was worse than it is now. I took some and I felt the anxiety lift. It was amazing. I kept on taking them every day thinking, wow. And then they stopped working within days. So I took a break from them and they started working again. And they got me through some hard times. So do your research on amino acids if you've got withdrawal. I imagine withdrawal of any type, from cannabis withdrawal, from heroin withdrawal. That's what I've heard, that they help with all that sort of thing. They help with the bad nature of withdrawal. Don't ask me how. They just do. I'm not so sure about these, like I say, yet, but they can't be doing any harm. I've done my research. The thing is, though, with the UK, they don't explain to people, about antidepressants, but about cannabis, right? Everybody who takes cannabis will argue with me now and say, no, it's no harm. They should legalize it and everything. They don't explain to you this. Cannabis is now around 80% potency. What I mean by that is it's far more dangerous than it used to be because of the nature of how it's made. It's made by the black market. The people who make it want you to get addicted and dependent on it. They want you to get ill because then you become a customer for life. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you. Yeah, they do, of course. They want you to be happy with the drug, but they don't want you to walk away from it if you're tired of it. They want to trap you, much like human trafficking. It's like that kind of thing with cannabis. they want to control you. They want you to become a lifelong customer. So yeah, do your research. Don't listen to me. Cannabis is now, it used to be, I think in the 60s and 70s, during the flower power time and everything, it used to be about, I think it was 3 or 30% potency back then. It wasn't as strong as it is now. Over the years, they've improved the method of production, and they've made it stronger, because the stronger it is, the more dependent people become on it and they cannot get off it. The problem with that is, you're probably wondering what the problem with that is, because it's 80%, it now affects your brain chemistry. Exactly the same effect. Cannabis gives you the exact same effect I'm having with antidepressants. The cannabis will stop working, or it will wean, as you know. If you use it too much, it stops becoming as good as it did, but you can't come off it then, because you're feeling irritable, and you think the irritableness is because you're not taking your cannabis. No, it's because of the cannabis. You're in withdrawal. So you carry on taking it, but then eventually one day it'll start working against you, because you then develop paranoia, and you develop bad mental health, suicidal thoughts, your own family, the people you love, become your enemies. And because it's been a gradual thing, you may think you've always been like that. You haven't. It's the cannabis. I'm not trying to tell anybody to come off cannabis. You do what you like. I'm just warning you of the facts. What will happen? The people who make the cannabis, because it's all legally created now, want you to be trapped so that you become dependent on their product. Obviously, that's the perfect way for a manufacturer to make a product, isn't it? They're not interested in, like supermarkets, they're not interested in feeding you. They're interested in making money. All them adverts of somebody eating something and smiling and looking healthy. The advert to you looks like, if I eat this or do this, what this supermarket's telling me to do, I will be like that person. And the people behind the advert are thinking, if we show them this imagery, they will start buying our product and we will get rich. That's their agenda. But it's all lies. It's all lies. But the law can control to some degree of how bad food is, like the McDonald's thing to do with the too many calories and everything. The law can change that. That's what legalizing does. So maybe legalizing cannabis would be one way to reduce it would, wouldn't it? You wouldn't, if cannabis became cheaper than it is on the street and you could buy it in shops, the law would then make that cannabis reduce its potency again. Make the producers reduce the potency to a healthy amount. Well, you'd think so. And maybe to 30 to 50%, where it goes back to being recreational again, so that it's used much like a cigarette. Because cigarettes don't cause, as far as I know, I've not seen anything, cigarettes don't cause mental health issues. You can get addicted to nicotine, but the nicotine levels are within a level where it's recreational. But you still get addicted, yeah. Careful, you're about to fall into your new conversation, your due conversation. So, yeah. Be careful with the cannabis. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. And the antidepressants work the same as the cannabis. And this is big pharma for you. Big pharma are private companies. They're not interested in our welfare. They're interested in making money, much like Tesco's, Morrison's, things like that. So, that was what the video was about. It was about brain zaps, basically. And I'm still experiencing them. Not during my waking hours, during my during the sleep, which is strange. I've not heard anybody else experiencing like that, but it's happening. I'm waking up with them. And I remember when in 2021, when I was at my son's house, this was the very first day it all started, and it was Christmas, and it was Christmas Day, and I woke up, and that was the first day I experienced it. It was horrible. I had to go home. I had to pay £200 to get a taxi to travel from Doncaster back to Redcar, back to Saltburn. Because it was a nightmare. I wanted to die. I truly wanted to die, not just suicidal thoughts. If you'd have given me a knife, I'd have killed myself. It was that bad. I had to get home. And I had my cart and everything, and it was like, wow, what is this feeling? I think Liam's watching now. I think you're watching now, aren't you, son? Yeah. I went round to your mum's house. Do you remember that? And when she cooked Christmas dinner for us, I wanted to scream. I was wanting to scream. It was awful. And that's what I've lived with to some degree, or more or less every day now, up till today, up till 2026. And it's calmed down a lot. But they put me on a different. The doctors don't know what the hell they're doing. It's general practitioner, meaning they're just general knowledge. So seek a specialist. Do your own research. You're your own expert. Figure out what it is you need. Stay away from drugs, though. Stay away from antidepressants. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about cannabis now. Stay away from antidepressants. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you. All right, son.